This is what it looks like when we sell out the youth in this country.
In Calgary today, the Big Four.
Look at the job fair.
These are thousands of kids waiting in line.
Look at this
My
line.
son's actually in line. Look. It looks like it's going to be about a 3-hour lineup, but the fair ends in 90 minutes, so I'm not sure that all these kids are going to get in. I'm serious. Just wait. We're going to go around the corner. This is what thousands of young people looking for a shot looks like, and there's only 80 employers inside. This is about whether young people want to work, and they clearly do. And it's actually about a system and whether it's working for them. Federal programs like the Temporary Foreign Workers Program are supposed to address labor shortages. But when local youth can't access entry-level jobs, it's fair to ask if these programs are working the way they're supposed to.
And they're not.
Like we can support immigration and we can support economic growth.
Common sense thinking,
this woman. And at the same time, we can make sure that our young people get opportunities. Like, these things shouldn't be in conflict. Alberta's future depends on whether this generation gets real opportunities.
Canada's future.
Alberta will make room. Here we go.
More. Look at this. Look at this.
Make room for more opportunities for all Alberta kids.
This is so sad to see, honest to God. Look
Thousands of resumes, guys. And 80 employers in there. Do the math.
I speak to so many of our young youth looking to try to build a life in this country. They can't even get a foot in the door because we've robbed them of the opportunities. Our own children. This government should be ashamed. This woman is standing on point. Her son is in the line. I would look elsewhere. No wonder we're experiencing such a brain drain in this country to go to the United States for so much more opportunity, because the opportunities no longer exist here for our youth. There's no stepping stone for them to start building their experience and their careers, because we've completely displaced them with a temporary foreign worker program that is literally designed to simply suppress wages and increase corporate profits. We've sold out our youth. And that's why it's so important, just like this woman, we share our perspectives, or otherwise we're never going to be able to make the changes that are needed to build this country. And that's why I'm so proud to announce that I've recently partnered with Juno News. They're the #1 independent media organization in this country to share the different perspectives that are out there, the facts that we all see on the ground. So I'm super proud of this partnership. If you want to subscribe to them, I highly recommend you do. They're giving this independent media that we need desperately in this country. I'm so proud to be working with them on our mission to share independent perspectives across this country and talk about the issues that impact all of our families.
This feels so extremely wrong to say, and I'm going to say it quietly. Some of you sent money to me. Because of that, I have a total of $53. For those that don't know, it is so hard to find a job in Canada. I have been struggling to find a job. Expenses are still there. Rent still happens. It's been a fight or flight, really, like survival situation going on. So it's been tough. The power of the internet. Thank you. Just to see how strangers are so kind, willing to show up for those that need it, shows that there are good people out there with big hearts still. Every single dollar is appreciated, and it feels wrong, although it's extremely needed in this time. Thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Power of the people. The power of the people.
They are having a difficult time finding jobs, yes, a lot of them. But I could also attribute that to the job market not being as good right now. I mean, like, a lot of my friends are college educated, and, you know, back in the day that used to really mean something. Now it's kind of like the same as getting a high school diploma. You know, you don't get any special treatment for having a college degree these days.
My partner got fired recently, but he's in his 30s. I'm not too sure what's going to happen in the future based off of what's happening. A lot of people are moving to, like, you know, Alberta, BC, just because of that. Like, that might be my plan B, you never know. I was looking at the prices, and they're probably half the price than here, right? Starting out with Alberta, maybe some apartment is probably cheaper right now, and houses.
I wanted to make a video to address where I'm at right now and why I kind of changed my videos out of nowhere after posting that video saying that I'm struggling for rent. It especially makes it worse because I am also away right now in another country because my boyfriend is going through a kidney transplant process, so I can't work, I can't make money. Just further delays my job search, which stresses me out even more because I'm getting emails from back home that my bills are due. Now, to address what I'm posting now, you see me making these silent, relatable videos. I'm trying to build something on social media. If you don't know, It is really hard to find a job in Canada. I want to make a way for myself. I've been applying to many jobs the past few years and it's been so stressful. So you know what? I'm going to pave my own way and make something here on social media. Like, I'm literally trying to do the best that I can. I'm here at my boyfriend's sister's house and I'm literally recording in her bedroom. Like, literally. I know it's not going to be easy and I know it's going to be a long process, but I'm going to put the work in and I'm going to work hard and believe in myself. Now, money is not the only motivation behind this. I really enjoy making videos and making people laugh and addressing mental health, anxiety, social anxiety, depression, doing meaningful story times and just making people smile. I want to get to the point where I have some sort of audience, something going for me on here. Maybe that would lead to brand deals. Being completely transparent, I gave myself 100-day challenge. I'm going to post at least once every single day for 100 days to see how it goes. The best thing that you can do right now is support my current content. Boosting that particular video is not going to get me anything because you don't get paid per view, anything like that, unfortunately, here where I live in Canada. I'm going to just try to pave my own path and see how it goes. I have nothing to lose. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I've applied for over 300 jobs. Not a single callback. Nothing. So what I decided to do on Monday is, this is now Tuesday, what I decided to do yesterday was make a fake resume and change my last name to Singh, different email address, different job qualifications, but all in the same line, same everything. And I've gotten 3 emails in 24 hours. Figure that out.
I've been unemployed for 6 years and have 2 master's degrees. I just got rejected by a retail job. Any suggestions? I finally got hired. Is it my dream job? No. But does it pay well? Also no. Is it near my city? Also no. Is anyone hiring? I'm urgently looking. I got 3 interviews in and made it to the final round, but I just learned that it's a multi-level marketing scheme. Is anyone looking to buy some knives? I've sent out 40,000 applications. I'm starting to get discouraged. We're hiring. Our ideal candidate has sales experience, technical experience, and access to their own vehicle. Also, the pay is $17 an hour. Thinking of entering the trades. Are there any electricians I can talk to? The Canadian Armed Forces is recruiting. #ad.
In the past, when I would talk to people that I know who was out of work, who told me they were out of work for like 2, 3, 4, 5 months, even though I try hard to be not judgmental, there would always be a part of me that was thinking, you gotta be sabotaging yourself. There's something that you're doing to purposely not be hireable. Like, I wouldn't want to judge, but like, it was so hard to believe that someone who was actively looking for a job and who was qualified for a lot of jobs could not find a job. But I find myself now in the position where it is near to impossible to get a job in the city. Now, obviously, when you're in the market for a new job, you want to try to find a job that is similar to the previous job that you had so that you can utilize your skill set and your, education and your experiences to be successful at your new job. So you don't have to go through all of this vigorous training and all of this stuff. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of the times when you try to find a job that was similar to the previous job that you had, there is going to be so many people that are equally, if not more qualified than you, more education, more work experience, better personality, can hold their fucking breath underwater longer than you, can run longer distance than you, that will make them a better candidate and will allow or make the hiring manager choose them over you. So after being rejected time and time again, you then look at the other side of the train track and say, you know what, let me go after a job where I might be overqualified. Maybe I might have to take a pay cut, but at the end of the day, the main goal is to get some sort of employment. But the problem you face with applying for a job that you're overqualified is that the hiring manager or the person that's, responsible for hiring, whatever, they look at your resume, they see your credentials, they see your work experience, they see your skill set, they see your education, and immediately think that because you're so overqualified, you're not serious about the job. The second that you find something better, you're out the door. So why waste time training you? Why waste time, why waste time and energy in you when you are not serious about staying long term? So on one end of the spectrum, you go after jobs that you are qualified for, and then obviously someone that's way more qualified gets it. And then when you go after jobs that you're overqualified for, then they're scared to choose you because they fear that you're just going to leave them. So then you're stuck in the middle. No job, wilting away like a fucking houseplant in the middle of winter. I swear, the longer you go with being unemployed, the more desperate you get, and your expectations dwindle. When I first was looking for a job, I was very specific in what I was looking for. You know, I looked at the pay, I looked at the, obviously the qualifications, I looked at what I actually be doing. And at this point, after facing so much rejection, I will take a job fucking milking cows. I will take a job stomping fucking grapes to make wine at this point. Like, I say all of this to say this, like, just looking for a job is depressing, and it's like a lose-lose situation. You put in the effort, you put in the time, you put in the dedication for nothing. Like, so I feel for everyone out there that is going through that, who have been out of work for months on end, I feel for you, okay? And I pray that you find your dream job, and I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna go fucking have a glass of wine with some gummy bears.
This is the reality of unemployment in Toronto. I went to a job fair and this was the line to get in. And then as I got out, the line was even bigger for the people who were waiting to get in. Employers weren't actually hiring. They'd ask you to scan a QR code and apply online, or they'd ask you to sign up to their platform and things like that. Companies that were actually hiring were for cleaning and truck driving, which didn't suit me. And to be honest, this was so not worth it. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. They bribed us with a tote bag and a cookie. That's all.
Getting a regular job in Canada can feel almost impossible. So instead of you waiting around, put yourself into demand. Get certified, all right? By getting certified, you can put yourself into a position where you get paid above minimum wage. Now, whether you're still in school or just looking for a full-time gig, here are 6 certifications that's going to get you ahead. The first one is security guard. That's going to cost you anywhere between $250 to $500. All right. It's a 2 weeks program. I believe they pay anywhere between $18 and $28 an hour, depending on the company. The second one is forklift operator. I believe that the pay rate for that is between $20 to $30 an hour. Okay. And that's probably going to cost you between $150 and $300, for the certification. And it's a 1-day course, like what do you have to lose? And you have Smart Serve, okay? That's only $34, $35 for the certification. And I think the pay rate is between $16 and $25 an hour, plus you get the tip. So if you're actually working in a good restaurant or a good bar, you're gonna make that back. The next one is first aid and CPR certification. This is going to cost you between $100 and $200. This is not going to get you a job, but it will definitely boost your job application, especially if you want to work in certain environment like child care, security, and etc. Okay. The next one is hair and beauty certification. Now, this one is going to cost you a little bit more money. It's going to cost you between $500 to $5,000, depending on the academy you go to. Now, the good thing about this one is once you complete your certification, you could be making your own business on the side. Okay, let's say, for example, you go to school from Monday to Friday, you're booked with classes. But on the weekend, you could be a barber, you could be a lash tech, and these people, they make pretty good money. You make your own price, okay? The only thing that's going to come out of it is you have to be able to market your business properly. And the last one is getting your AZ or DZ license. Now, this one can be very expensive for some people, okay? It's going to cost you between $5,000 to $10,000. So I recommend you go to a school where financing is available. Now, on the long run is you're going to be making anywhere between $25 to like $40 an hour, depending on experience. If you find a good company, you could be making your first year, maybe $80,000. Sometimes $60,000 on your first year. That's for someone who's full-time. Even if you're part-time, you'll be making some pretty decent amount. So I suggest you put yourself into the front line by getting certified. You don't want to be like the average individual putting 100 applications and never get a call back.
From past 2 years, I'm looking for a job.
Where are you from?
I'm from India, specifically Punjab.
How long have you been living in Canada?
For almost 2 years now.
What do you do for a living in here?
I was a student and recently I completed my studies. Back home, I was an assistant professor. I'm looking for a job in education sector.
For how long have you been looking for a job?
It's almost 2 years now.
Have you looked for another jobs in other areas?
I was having experience of almost 7 years back in my home country. I have done bachelor's and master's in engineering. Here I did master's in business administration. qualification with relevant experience, education. I try to find job in almost every sector. So that's the current scenario of Canada. Almost to all the students, no doubt, the country is having the caliber. But for students, it becomes really hard to find a job.
If you could change one thing about working in Canada, what would it be?
References. Because in Canada, if a person is educated, they are having relevant experience and they are talented, it's very hard to get into the industry, even to find a startup job, because the HRs or the persons who are inside, they are referring their friends, their relatives, and the person who has a caliber gets neglected. If I would like to change in the Canada, is the person who has education, experience, and talent, they should be given the priority. And everybody says that being good in communication could help you get a job in Canada.
Hard to get a job nowadays in Canada.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes, because a couple of my friends are unemployed. You know, it's hard to get a job because straight out of high school, it was like if you have no experience, you're not getting anything. So you had to start early. If you didn't start early, you're not getting a job.
I think the reason is, bro,
Competitive market, you know, like it depends on the job you're trying to get. Like if you're trying to get a job at McDonald's, like you can get that easy. But if you're trying to get like a serious job, like you have to have experience. And there's so many people in Calgary now. We're just getting bigger. It's hard.
Think of AI, bro. Like, are you afraid of losing your job to AI? Like, how do you see it, bro, as a young person? How do you see that coming?
Honestly,
bro? Like,
I'm not really scared of AI because I feel like the job that I want to get isn't obstructed by AI's presence.
Yeah.
But like if I was in like a, let's say, software engineering, I'd be a little scared.
It literally took me a full year to get a job, and I'm here to tell you how you can do it too. I'm a chemical engineering student here in Canada. In a week, I'll apply to like 30 jobs. We have to do like our internship. It's not compulsory, but it's nice to have some work experience. Fast forward to end of December. I didn't get any job, guys. I was just like, okay, yeah, this isn't working out. I'm going to try again in May. Oh, mom, that's why I chop.
Sorry. We have moved on to the next stage, the next person.
This thing shocked me. Am I really ever going to get a job? I have to keep grinding and keep applying. It wasn't an easy journey, especially when you're not seeing anything in return. But you know what? I didn't stop, and that's what matters. And that's what I'm here to tell you today. Don't ever stop, and to God be the glory. I have a job. I had a job, guys. Don't give up, because now who give up, they lose, okay? But yeah, bye. Thanks for watching.